Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night / Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. And Bitcoin, overnight for me anyway, looks like it broke 123,000 as it dipped back to 119. So for those of you looking to buy Bitcoin and other coins, this dip might be the time to do it. Let's go to the charts. You should be seeing my Bitcoin, I think our chart. Yeah. So here's a break that we had about 7 hours ago, 123, 132, 119.2 at the moment, and trending back down. So this might be a good time to use your RTI, the main indicator I use on my day trading, or even the SuperTrend or some other indicator that you like to catch the next dip and retrace. Ethereum looking about the same. It was over 3,000, pushing 3,100 a few hours ago. Now back to 2986. So it's got a ways to go. Seeing this pump though could be the beginning of alt season, and we'll talk about that with some Twitter posts as well. I've got a couple chat messages. Okay, Frank is asking to stay on after. I'll see if I can do that. Let's go to Twitter or X. And Kyle Chassis says Bitcoin Treasury 2.0 is here. Corporations aren't just stacking Bitcoin, they're borrowing against it. So it's a corporate asset. This Meta planet wants to buy 210,000 Bitcoin by 2027. Not a retail pump, structured weaponized accumulation. Some aggressive language from Mr. Chassis. And then another post from him this week could change crypto forever. Congress is kicking off Crypto Week with 3 major bills. The Clarity Act give the CFTC oversight over crypto. This is what I've always wanted to see happen. That's the Commodities Committee or oversight entity, I believe. And to me, crypto has always been more of a commodity than a security or anything else. It's like gold, I think. So, and then the Genius Act, which talks about stablecoin rules, and the Anti-CBDC Act, which blocks a U.S. digital dollar. And this could pave the way for the kind of regulation we've been looking to see in Bitcoin as long as since I've been in it, the last 5 or 6 years. So we'll see if that plays out. All right, so that's what's going on in the big picture. Any questions, comments, or anything to add?
Yes, yes, I got a question about that.
Okay.
Not being American, what effect does that have when the next administration comes in? Is it likely or possible or what, for it to be reversed? Is that something like the next administration could come in and just change it all again? Or is it like set in stone a bit longer than that?
No, that's a good point. It could be reversed, but why would another administration want to do it? Whatever administration comes in after Trump is going to have another agenda beyond what's going on with crypto. It's just This is just going to be one of those annoying things that finally gets addressed that people are probably going to breathe a sigh of relief in Washington about. I'm speculating, but to answer your question, yeah, it could be switched or flipped or
Or new regulations or something else?
litigated.
Yeah.
They could pass um, legislation on it. There could be court rulings. So yeah, it won't be final for everything, but it will be something addressed that people probably aren't going to want to open again. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, how do we make money in this? Let's go to Altcoin Alert and iCoin Pro, see what they have to say, what coins they're tracking, and we can set some alerts and do the same. So I'll head over here to Altcoin Alert, and I've got easy mode off. Altcoin radar is selected. A quick refresh, get the most current information. First sort I usually do is the AA score, looking for values 80 or higher, or even, pretty close to that. And we've got Zelina at 82, Fun Token at 77.2. This one's had a big move today. The rest of these in the 70s, MOG, XLM, HBAR could be worth a look. Let's go to Fun Token. Okay, this is on mostly foreign exchanges. It's on Blowfin though. Okay, so this is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart, supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo. It's a free indicator. It shows me resistance and support, red zone for resistance, green zone for support. The RTI relative trend index, when it dips below the 20 and breaks back up, that's usually a good entry for a long. Breaks above the 80 and dips back down, that can be a good entry for a short, though in this market, I'm seriously considering abandoning shorts entirely. But as soon as I do that, the market tends to drop. So anyway, and so I tend to set alerts on the RTI. And for the fun token, if you want to set an alert, right now it's above the 80. So that wouldn't be the best entry. RTI crossing up would be the trigger. Value 20 or 50. If you don't think it'll dip down to the 20, it may not, then you can get into 50. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on all day until you turn it off, or you put an expiration here. And for me, I usually have mine go off at 8 p.m. All right, so this alert will go off at 8 p.m. Message, AA score purchase, TradingView will remember that if you type it in a few times. Notifications, notify an app on my phone. Toast notification pop up on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. And there's a few to choose from. I tend to like this 3 notes reverb for my day trades. Click create, and I've got darkened line now at the 20. So if the RTI dips below the 20 and breaks back up, and it's like the last time it did that was on Friday. Here's a break below, breaks back up right about here, and then it takes off 30%. So no guarantees that you're going to get a 30% day trade, but those dips and retraces tend to be good entries for long positions. And if it goes against you, you may want to hold some funds back so you can buy an additional purchase on the lower price, dollar cost averaging type thing. I call it ladder buying. And I've got videos on how to do that if you're interested and want to go back into my past videos and check that strategy out. Okay, so that's the day trade. If you're more of a swing trader, you want to hold for a few days, let's go to the swing trade layout. That's on the 1 hour chart. And the same indicators for support and resistance, but I'm using SuperTrend for entries. We currently have a buy signal. and Trendilo LSMA, this moving average indicator, is also green, pointing nearly straight up. So these two indicators like what's going on, but we're at the resistance level for the 1 hour chart, excuse me. So in this situation, I like to look at longer time frames. For the 4 hour chart, we're at the top of the range there as well. 8 hour chart, same thing. Day chart, yeah, we're pretty much at all-time high, I think, with this one. Yeah, we are. So 2.3 cents, we're at an all-time high. If you want to take this, it won't be a dip and retrace at this stage. You'll be catching a coin that's already moving. Nothing wrong with that. The trend is your friend, but not the way I like to trade. Okay, any questions on Fund Token? Okay, let's see what else we can find.
Did you mention your disclosures?
Oh, my disclaimer. Damn, was my disclaimer reminder. Yeah, the powers that be at Altcoin Alert want to make sure that you guys know this is just how I use the software. It's not necessarily recommended or condoned by them. So I hope this is helpful for you, but it's not financial advice. Thank you, Tama. All right. So social activity, that's the other sort I like to do. Match up fire and thumbs up or fire, all positive signals. Let's see if I can find something I'm familiar with. UMA, XYO. Yeah, I've traded that before. Stellar. Yeah, let's look at Stellar. I haven't looked at that in a while. Okay. All right, 15-minute chart, day trading layout. We're kind of in the middle on support and resistance, but this did dip below the 20 on the RTI. It actually is right now. It came back up briefly, and then that was a fake out. That happens sometimes. So this one is ready now, or pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and make an alert for myself. Instead of crossing up, I'm gonna choose entering a channel. This will give me a long and a short entry. I'll show you that in a moment. Expiration 8 p.m. Message, social activity sort. And click create. And it should give me a rectangle here. So if it breaks above the 80 and dips back down, that'll give me an alert as well. But the one that's more likely to happen is the break above the 20. That'll be a potential long position. And assuming that happens fairly soon, quickly, manual trading could be a 10% move if I wait to get to the red zone. There's some resistance here around 8.9%. Again, here at about 5%, 3.6. So there's a few areas of resistance before the red zone that you might want to consider for your take profit if you want to trade this. Yeah, all the way between 3.6 and 10%. So that's the day trade setup for XLM on the 1 hour. It hit the red zone on the 1 hour chart and has dipped back down. Got a sell signal on the SuperTrend and the Trendilo LSMA pointing down. So we're not in a good entry now, but we are pretty close to this red zone. Let's look at longer time frames, see if those look better for retraces. And now we're towards the top of the zone on all these time frames, even the day chart. Yeah, these swing trades don't look that good. With Bitcoin pumping the way it has, it's brought the market up pretty far, and we're not seeing good entries on longer term trades. You could do what's Brendan call it? I forgot again. I brought this up on Thursday. Now I can't remember. Dip, pump, and rip or something, or
Break, hook, and go.
break, hook, and go. Why can't I remember that? Break, hook, and go. So you could set a price alert, say up here above the red zone, around say 53, 54 cents. And then once it does that, set another alert for the hook, which would be a dip. And then that might be your entry if you want to take a break, hook, and go. All right. Any questions on XLM? Very well. Let's go back to Altcoin Alert and let's see, 1 hour projected range. Oh, this iris looks pretty good. It's really good. What is this iris coin? Let's check that out. It's not on many exchanges. Yeah. Maybe MEXC, something I trade on once in a while. Volume's pretty low in the 15-minute chart. It's on the midline right now. It has had a couple breaks above the 50 that did well. Hasn't dipped below the 50 yet. Actually, it was just this one break here on Sunday morning. And that was actually an original below the 20 dip. It just kept going. So if you want to trade this, right click, add an alert, crossing up on the 50, or you can change that to the 20. Probably go with 50. That would go off pretty quickly. And then set your expiration and your message and your notification. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to trade that though. That looks pretty good. On the swing trade, it's in the red zone with the sell signal. So Trendilo LSMA is pointing up, so those two are in disagreement. So you could just take the next buy signal. But again, you're in the red zone. The 4-hour chart, though, has some retraces back. 36%, 34 days. That's a pretty good swing trade. So that's something you might want to do is it's actually in a buy signal on the 4-hour chart with the LSMA pointing up. So this would be an entry you could do now if you wanted to, and then try to ride it back to that prior resistance. Okay, any questions on IrisNet? All right, let's see. Short-term sentiment. Like to match that up with Elder Impulse hourly, though this isn't one of my more productive sorts. Oh, Link has showed up. Short-term sentiment bullish. Elder Impulse hourly also bullish on Link. That's worth a look. Link is on pretty much all exchanges or most of them. Has dipped below the 20 at the moment, so this could be a good entry for retrace. Probably getting right about here. And retrace back here, 4.4%. That's a good day trade. And the top of the red zone, a little higher, 4.6. Yeah, I like this. I'm going to set this one. Add an alert on the RTI. If you're trading spot, choose the crossing up. If you're trading both directions like me, you might want to enter a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. And choose your time to turn off the alert so they aren't going off and waking you up. Message, short term. I'll leave that on that way. And I've got my rectangle there. Good to go on Link. It's a day trade. It's a swing. We're at the top of the zone with the sell signal and Trendilo pointing down. So all signs are negative at the moment. Might want to catch the next buy signal, which will probably happen around here somewhere. And then 4.5% on the swing trade. I don't like that. It's not enough. So if I go to the 4-hour chart, yeah, we're at the top of the zone there. 8-hour, pretty similar. So if you caught a signal here, 7%, 12%, 65 days. I don't like that at all. You're having a hard time finding swing trades. A long-term swing on Link could be worthwhile. Actually, on the day chart, everything is in place. We've got a buy signal on the SuperTrend, Trendilo LSMA pointing up. We're coming out of the green zone. And if you got in now, 71%, 175 days. So that's about half a year. And for 71% move, it's not bad. So if you're a longer term swing trader, that might be the play. But I don't trade like that. So I'm going to pass on that one. Frank wants to look at syrup. All right, I'll do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, it's on Coinbase, Maple Finance. Used to be Maple, I believe. Okay, a good place for an entry. We're below the 20 on the RTI. So if you're trading this as a spot, right click. I think I'm gonna maybe do this as a spot trade on Coinbase. Yeah. We'll leave this on only once. This was short. No, this is Frank's suggestion. Okay, notifications. Go with the handbell. All right, so if this breaks above the 20, I'll get an alert and maybe go to Coinbase and set a short-term day trade on this. I guess all day trades are short-term, but let's look at this as a swing as well. Okay. Might like it better as a swing. We're currently in the green zone, but everything is negative. So I think I'm going to set an alert on SuperTrend. Choose the buy option. I left one of these on, it woke me up earlier in the week. So create. So I think I'm gonna go here, delete my day trade on this and do the swing trade. Yeah. And then let's say that kicks in right about here. Resistant 20% in 3 days. Love that. 25% 8 days. That's also good. So those are good take profits. Looks like a potential winner here. So thanks for the suggestion, Frank. And Cameron's asking, how much attention do you pay to the buy-sell technical meter on TradingView? None. So you can use it if you want, but I never really have. So all right. We'll do one more sort on Altcoin Alert and then head over to iCoin Pro. Let's do a long-term sentiment sort. Match that up with Elder Impulse Daily. And looks, we got a match. Telcoin, Arc Block, XYO, Optimism I like. Didex I like. XRP I like to trade on a day trade. Yeah, let's look at XRP. This one can be volatile, so I like it as a day trade coin. And it looks like it's about to dip below the 20, though it hasn't yet. Yeah, it's right on the 20 on the RTI. So if you did get in now, exit here just below 4%. That's a good day trade. I think I'll set this as a both direction trade. Entering a channel, but go with crossing up if you're trading on spot. Once per bar close, expiration. That's a bit late. Long-term sentiment. 3 notes reverb for a day trade alert. So that's the XRP setup. And yeah, looks good on the day trade side. On the swing trade, we're at the red zone for the hour chart. Got a buy signal on SuperTrend, but Trendilo LSMA just turned negative. So disagreement there. 4-hour chart, also at the top of the zone. 8-hour top. Day trade, pretty close to the top. So you got the indicators positive, but we're pretty close to the red zone. Got in now. 13% in 17 days, not bad for XRP as a swing. Don't love it though. I think some of the others we looked at were better. Okay, any questions on XRP or Altcoin Alert before we head over to iCoin Pro? Just briefly, we'll look at a couple over there. All right, iCoin Pro, home of the 123 dip, and Buddy Coin Crawler, sorting by average low to SMA, and I'm looking for values 4% and higher. Yeah, LTO, KMD, fund token we looked at. You'll see overlap sometimes if you look at both of these sources. Turbo, Banana Gun, whatever those are. Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, it seems to follow a lot of these meme coins, which I don't usually trade. It's like a Komodo, KMD. Oh, it's the wrong one. That's where I want to be. Well, KuCoin. It's breaking above the 50 on the RTI. You got in now. Went to the red zone, 6.8%. That'd be a really good day trade. It's a little longer than a day, but yeah, kind of like that. So not financial advice, but this is something you can get into now. It's already broken below the 20 and breaking above the 50 at the moment. Just not sure if you're gonna be able to find it on an exchange you want to trade. So that's kind of a bummer. Let's see where else we can find it. Or what else we can find. LTO. Let's look at that one. Similar setup, but it's on Binance US. Not much volume on the 15-minute chart. Let's look at this as a swing. Not much volume there either. Yeah, when you see these horizontal lines, it usually means no trades in that time frame. But we are at the green zone. We don't have any other indicators in our favor at the moment. Resistance at 800%. I don't know about this. Looks a little wonky to me. I think I'll pass on LTO. So Frank wants to look at HNT. All right, we'll bail from Altcoin Alert, or I mean iCoin Pro. It's not really providing us much. And that happens sometimes. And HNT USD Helium on Coinbase. And it's below the 20 on the RTI. So this is one you could set an alert and retrace back to. Here's some resistance at 4.3%. in the red zone here at 8%. Both of those would be really good day trades. So I like this entry once it breaks above the 20. And we're a little bit below that at the moment. So set your alert. Crossing up on the 20. That would be your play on that one. As a day trade, as a swing. Everything's negative at the moment. 4-hour chart. Top of the zone there. 8-hour chart. 8-hour chart looks pretty good. You got in now, and the indicators indicate that that would be reasonable. So 38% in 48 days. That's not bad. That's your potential take profit on the red zone. So HNT looks pretty good on the 8-hour chart. And then I think it's ready now as a day trade, or pretty close to it anyway. Just below the 20 on the RTI. And ride that back up to the red zone. That'll be a good day trade. So that's HNT. Any questions on iCoin Pro or anything we've gone over? Altcoin Alert? All right. Well, in that case, I'll stop it here. And if you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that, though I'd rather see you live. Check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And we will see you Thursday. Bye.